Morning folks, how are we doing? Back here again with Amberlynn reading this one. It's called Starting a New Diet and Cancer Stole Something From Me vlog. Cool. Like, wasn't it like just the last video about Shrimp Kate where she was like, guys, I want to move away from weight loss stuff. I don't want to talk about it anymore. You guys are forcing me and being coerced and you're all bullying me by unsubscribing and not watching me anymore because you're trying to gaslight me into doing weight loss stuff. And the very next video is starting a new diet. It's like, this is gonna. Remember the Shrimp Kate one where she's like, I remember I said, guys, I wasn't going to talk about weight loss stuff anymore during Shrimp Kate, and then 2 days later, the next video uploaded was me working out because you guys forced me to do it because 12,000 of you unsubscribed to me. I was like, is this what you're in 4 years' time? You're gonna you reviewing Shrimp Kate, and then say, and the next video I talked about was me getting a new diet, guys, because I was forced to do it. It's so like blatant, like pathetic. Like she tries to drum up controversy about it and say she's not talking about weight loss surgery stuff anymore. Well, not weight loss surgery, just like weight loss stuff in general. And then the next thing is her talking about a diet again. Also, yes, in the thumbnail she is wearing her snakeskin moo dress. And yeah, the anaconda, the swallowed bison is a very accurate opinion. So yeah, guys, just get into this.
Hello. So
hello.
Remember yesterday, last night I had a massive anxiety attack. My eyes are still swollen from that. Face still.
Yeah, it's not. You look literally the same as you always do. So what timeline is this? When did the Shrimp Kate thing happen? Because now we're back to a blog, 5-6 days ago, where she ended up around me saying she had a panic attack, and now this is the next morning. So when did Shrimp Kate happen? When did the reaction to that happen? This is the problem with her being like all out of like focus with her timeline. I have no idea because there's like one segment of one video where she posted a date and then she never did that again. So once again, I'm just like, I have no idea. Bro, we're in the multiverse right now. I have no idea what fucking universe this is.
From that. I do have some cameos that I want to film today and I want to be wearing makeup for it. It's just... ugh, my eyes feel irritated, but yeah, work comes first.
See, that's most people's opinion, but most people don't come on and tell you, look how incredible I'm being, guys. I'm actually going to put on makeup, even though I don't feel like it, guys, because I was a bit sad last night, guys. But, you know, guys, people are paying me for cameos, so I guess I'm going to struggle through for you guys. It's like most people just do it and not, like, expect praise for doing the bare minimum that they're being paid to do.
Colleen's making something in the microwave, but I wanted to show you guys.
Oh, God.
Remember yesterday? I had a little...
oh, my God.
Haul.
Oh, my God. No, it doesn't. No, it doesn't.
You guys closer.
Oh, God.
I was worried it wasn't going to...
God, get away. I don't want to I don't want this angle on you. I don't want to feel like I'm this fucking close to you. No. Oh, my God.
It does.
Oh, my God.
She's sliding.
It's disgusting. It's disgusting. I'm sorry. It really is. Remember the bison being swallowed by an anaconda thing? Guys, was I not right there? Was I not right there? It's so unflattering. It looks terrible.
Oh my gosh, I knew that was gonna happen.
Oh, you are such a professional.
Actually,
can we just not do this angle?
I actually just bought a bunch of clothes and gave me a little modeling sesh.
Uh-huh.
Here's my modeling sesh for you guys. She fits.
She doesn't fit. It's awful looking. It's disgusting. Oh, yeah.
It's good. So
it doesn't fit good.
Are shaped like me? Because I know some of you are.
No one is.
You just type in on Amazon 6X maxi dress, and there's tons of colors.
Wow, Amber, you're so amazing, guys. Just go to Amazon, and if you wear 6X clothes, type in 6XL, and then the clothes you want. It's like, wow, I don't know how anyone else could have figured that out. Jeez, so fucking goofy.
A lot of floral, which is not my jam.
Feline was making something in the microwave, and why are you the one doing the microwave? I didn't hear Feline in the background. I didn't hear anyone talking or walking around. It was like, oh, Feline's making something from the microwave, and then the next thing is her going over to the microwave. It's like, why doesn't Feline deal with it?
Yeah, it's good stuff. I also, because I was supposed to get another maxi dress, and I didn't get it.
Oh no. Imagine.
Shipment yesterday.
Oh no, because imagine we don't get a great sight like this again.
But I think we got her, folks. This came today.
You're not going to complain about how wasteful it is? Oh,
and it's
God.
the same brand that I'm wearing now. So, I do not know how to pronounce this, but there is the brand for you guys. I just got a polka dotted one.
It looks terrible.
Comfy. Hello?
God, that was a nightmare. Like, the last 2 minutes of it was like she bought a new controller from the Switch, and she showed that it lit up. And that was it. It's 2 minutes. I'm not showing you guys that. I'm not that mean.
So today has been a busy day. I had an appointment,
yes.
some errands to run, and then we had to come get Twinkie because she had an vet appointment, and that went really well. It was just like her checkup to get shots. You guys know how that goes. She's in her target goal weight, so I'm so proud of her.
She's not in her target goal weight. It's like, I'm not one of the people who said like Twinkie's like the fattest dog that's ever existed, but like she's definitely fat. Twinkie's definitely fat.
The little baby. So I also had a dietitian appointment. So normally my dietitian appointments are going to be like once a month, check-ins. But this one was more so because I needed a little bit more guidance and instruction, like goals. And yeah. So I wanted to share.
I'm sorry, just the second she talked about dietitian appointment, my eyes went across, and I was just like sitting there going like, I don't care. You seem to have more dietitian appointments than you do with like therapists or psychologists. It seems weird that the person you are speaking to the most is the dietitian, when it wasn't long ago she was being smug because people were being like, oh, Amber's not dieting right. Amber's not dieting right. She's like, guys, you don't understand. You guys think like I'm in like the surgery diet? No, you only start at like 2 weeks before the surgery, guys. And what I'm doing right now is perfect. And it's like, then why do you have to apparently keep meeting the dietitian over and over and over again? And you never talk about talking to the therapist or the psychologists, the ones who apparently declined you for the surgery because they don't think you're mentally well enough for it. But the only appointments you ever seem to have are with the dietitian. And now suddenly you're like, oh, I need guidance. Bro, it wasn't too long ago you were being incredibly smug to people for being like, people don't think I know how to diet. I'm amazing at it. They told me I was perfect. She actually used the word. They said that I was perfect with what I was doing right now. And now it's like, I need guidance. Okay.
You guys, the goals that my dietitian gave me. And I'm not going to lie, they kind of shocked me.
Well, I'm curious what these new made-up goals are going to be, because the last goal that she said, the last goal was meant to be lose just 1 pound. That's all they wanted her to do, was lose just 1 pound to show that she is capable of losing weight on her own, and that would be her ready. And I remember everyone called her out for that and said it was nonsense. So I can't wait to see what these new goals are.
Because we're also used to like all these stories, especially like on TV, like Dr. Now, like they only get to eat like 1,200 calories. It's crazy. So,
I have to check. Is it definitely? It is on 1.25. It feels like she's talking in slow motion during this whole thing. She just feels like she's talking through slow motion. This is okay. So are we going to have the 1 pound thing again and act like that's a new goal? Because like this is like exactly the same monologue she gave us. It's like people are always thinking like weight loss surgery is going to be like crazy. You know, like Dr. Now on My 600-Pound Life. People always think it's going to be like that. However, and then she goes into some ramble about like incoherent fucking nonsense. Like, can we just? You've already said this whole script to us before. Can we just get to the actual goal?
So, you know, that's what a lot of people assume the journey to weight loss surgery is like, but it's not like that at all. Like, at all in any sort of way. So, I do want to share...
Bro, I'm sorry. Out of everyone in the entire world I would listen to about the journey to weight loss surgery, you would not be the one, because we've gone from like, yes, I was approved, to no, I wasn't approved, to it has to be 12 months of no binges, to 3 months later being, yes, I was approved. They just decided not to do the 12-month thing. But then now the new rule is you have to have at least 12 therapy sessions. Even though, like, I've seen their psychologists a couple times, and I just came from having my own long-term psychologist, but now apparently I need 12 therapy sessions, and that's now the goal. Even though the goal at one point was losing 1 pound, Justin, that would show us right. Like, I wouldn't listen to you because you're all over the place with this weight loss journey, and what your goals are, and what's stopping you, and what's enabling you. So I wouldn't listen to you.
Goals. So first things first is, these are just like goals to aim for. 30 grams of fiber, which I've never really tried.
Is that it? I'm sorry. I thought I was expecting like a goal for like surgery for what you need for your surgery. Now, like they want to eat 30 grams of fiber. It's like, okay, that is so uninteresting.
My fiber before, so I have no idea how much fiber I'm currently eating.
Guarantee you have at some point checked how much fiber you're having. I guarantee. I haven't watched all of her diets, guys. Fill me in the comments below. You know, I guarantee she has tracked her fiber before.
85 grams of fat.
Okay.
That seems like a lot, but I also don't know how much I'm eating. I do know, like, in the past when I try to, like, restrict a lot, when I'm eating, like, 1,500 or something, I noticed that I eat probably, like, 23 grams or, like, 25 grams of fat. So, 85 grams seems like a lot, especially for, like, you know, my gallstones.
Oh, yeah, for your gallstones, diddums. Like, I've had like gallstone issues before. Well, I don't. Gallstone issues is like a totally incorrect thing. I have had my gallbladder scanned before, and I had gallstones. I didn't know I had them. It was just part of like a separate scan to do with another issue I had. And I do keto. I've never once had any issues with like, you know, pain or anything like that. She always just goes like, guys, if I eat like keto, I suddenly have gallstone attacks. Oh, well, it's not actually keto. It's if I lose weight fast, I have gallstone attacks. She is all over the place with what gives her fucking gallstone attacks. It just seems like a lot. Well, we don't know what diet you're going for here. Tell us the diet first, and then it might make a little bit more sense. Because if you're eating 30 grams of fiber and 85 grams of fat, maybe are you going for keto or something like that? Like, but Amelie, she's done keto before apparently, but she didn't actually do it because she didn't actually like eat enough fat, and she didn't like stop eating carbohydrates, which is kind of like the opposite of keto
and such. But maybe that's how much I eat on a daily basis, so it's going to be very interesting.
You're the one who says that you count calories and you're a dieting expert. How the fuck do you not know how much fat you eat if you like track it? Like how do you not know that? You say you are still on track with your diet, and you showed us that you calculate what you eat every single day. That's what you claimed. And now he's like, I don't know how much I have per day. Bro, the app you're using calculated the amount of fat. How the fuck do you not know?
Like track that and see how much I really am eating. So the next one is 100 grams of protein, which is a lot, but it's super easy to do. Like one chicken breast has like 20. Premier protein shake, which is only like 160 calories, that has 30. I feel like protein is easier to get in than what people make it seem to be. Grammar? I don't.
Does she not like realize? Because like when people talk about trying to get protein in, does she not realize that it's not like, oh, we're trying to get like 100 grams of protein per day? These are people like trying to get like hundreds and hundreds, thousands maybe, grams of protein per day. Like, does she not realize that? Does she just like, oh, people make it sound like it's hard to get protein? It's like, no, these are people who have like double protein shakes with a blended chicken breast in it because they just need protein. Like, it's not the same as you just going on like what apparently I think is a keto diet.
Was that grammar? The next one is carb intake. So this one in the calories took me by surprise, but you know what? Their program is amazing. One of the best programs in the country. So
you have no idea about that.
Therefore, listening, 190 grams to 220 grams of carbs. So
what?
That's obviously not really a low carb diet. Definitely.
It's not really. Is it not really? Jesus Christ, guys, would you consider this a low carb diet? This diet's kind of just all over the place. Like I don't really know. It just seems entirely like macro focused. Like what's the diet? Generally what is the diet? I'm confused here because like this is just like macro focused. I would rather know what the actual diet is, like what the limitations are. If this is all it is, and it's kind of like a kind of diet, this just doesn't really help in any way.
Not keto. And then calories, 2,200 to 2,500. So over 2,000.
That surprised her?
2,500 calories is a lot, but
I'm sorry, there's nothing like a fucking 600-pound woman saying, guys, 2,200, that's a lot of calories. Guys, I don't know if I could manage that much. It's like, bro, can we not? 2,200 would be losing weight for you. If you ate 2,200 calories, you would be losing weight because your basic metabolic rate would be so high at like over 500 pounds. So I was like, well, that's a lot of calories. Fuck right off. Fuck off. I'm sorry. It's so cringe. It's so cringe. This is a woman who's claiming she was eating like 600 calories per day and wasn't losing weight, and now she's sitting here trying to act like having over 2,000 calories is a lot of calories for her. I'm sorry. Just what is she talking about? Oh, it's so goofy. Oh my god.
I am putting everything I've ever thought about weight loss, all of that, in the trash, and I'm throwing the trash.
Well, you must be fucking stupid then. Like, you must actually be like a low IQ person. You must actually be potato brain, to be very blunt. Because if you think it's like, wow, guys, I'm getting rid of everything I know about weight loss here and throwing it out because, whoa, they've blown my mind. This isn't even close to mind blowing. They're just having you focus on like having a certain amount of macros and having 2,200 calories a day, which for someone like you would actually cause you to lose weight because you are so heavy. I think she's just accidentally revealed herself here as knowing nothing about weight loss if she thinks this is at all surprising. Oh, she is so dumb.
What they want me to do, and that is how it's going to be.
Okay.
I don't have to understand it per se, because obviously.
Is she actually dumb? Is she actually dumb? Oh my god, is this more embarrassing than when she was pretending she was eating like 600 calories a day and not losing weight? Is this more or less embarrassing than that when she has now totally revealed that she doesn't actually know anything about weight loss, that she doesn't know anything about dieting and caloric intakes and stuff like that? Does she? Oh my god. Oh, is Amber, how do you not realize this is so embarrassing for you? You look so fucking stupid.
You think about weight loss surgery and the journey to getting there and all that, like you think of small dainty portions. I know a lot of you think that way too, because that's what I've seen.
Do you know what? That's are you judging your standards on like a 120-pound girl who wants to be a 110-pound girl? Are you basing your analysis on that? It's like, oh, well, they only have small dainty portions. You know, like Gwyneth Paltrow has like one slice of cucumber for dinner. That's what I picture when I think of dieting. Bro, you are like 600 pounds. Dieting for you is just not eating 6 pizzas a day. What the fuck are you talking about?
I show some of my meals and you guys think it's like a massive meal. Like I recently showed an omelet that was just 2 eggs and people thought it was more than that. I don't I don't understand. People are like, an omelet's too big.
I'm sorry, you can't try and talk shit to anyone when you just revealed that you don't know anything about dieting. You can't try and be like, the people are so stupid. Bro, you're the one who thinks that it's like, wow, it's insane. Eating 2,000 calories per day is apparently going to help me lose weight. What? Guys, I eat 600 calories per day and somehow I manage to be 600 pounds. Fuck right off.
It's 2 eggs and some jalapenos. Like, let's calm down. But knowing that I can have more than that for breakfast, it's kind of freeing, but it also puts me in like a weird...
It's so freeing, guys, because now I can actually eat more than I have been. This is so goofy. I'm sorry, this is so goofy. She is still pretending she's eating like 600, 800 calories a day. She's still pretending that. She looks heavier than she did a month ago, and she's still pretending she's eating 600 fucking calories. Are you on drugs? Ma'am, what are you talking about? Oh, guys, I can finally eat more. This is actually kind of freeing for me. If you were only eating 600 calories per day, you'd be losing like 20 pounds a week minimum. Stop it.
Headspace of like how I used to be, feeling like, oh, now I have the option to like eat a lot, because I did feel in the last few weeks especially that I wasn't doing something right, and I think that's why I requested I
just felt like I wasn't doing something right, guys, because I was eating like 600 pounds. I was eating like 600 calories a day, and it wasn't really working for me. And so that's why I requested this, guys. And she said 2,000 calories, and I was like, oh, okay, guess I'll eat more then. I'm sorry, this is actually silly. This is actually silly that she's actually trying to pretend to us that she's still eating like 600 to 800 calories per day.
Guidance to what I should be eating and how much, because I feel a little gaslit and I don't want to like...
Oh my god, we're back.
I feel people think I'm like...
She's been coerced, guys. The dietitian, food, calories itself. The concept of calories has coerced her.
lecturing or preaching. It's just a lot of people, every time I
feel
do
like
something I'm eating, or like what I'm doing, people are like, you're doing it wrong.
You clearly are. You're like 600 pounds. I don't care what you do. You're probably doing it wrong. You have proven that by being able to look in the mirror and be like, damn, I could only see left half of my ass. I'm sorry, this is so... I don't want to come across as lectury or preachy or anything like that. That's all you've done. That is all you've done. Like, Jesus Christ, you're trying to act like an intellectual on this subject, and you have just revealed how incredibly fucking stupid you are on it.
I'm not, though. And that just becomes frustrating because I follow the instructions that are given to me, and I'm doing, you know, what they tell me to do, and then like hundreds of people tell me I'm doing something wrong. It's just hard. It's hard to share your journey because everyone thinks that they have the right answer, and...
Do you know what the right answer is? Eat less. There you go. The end. Eat less, exercise more. There you go. The end. Literally, the end. Eat less, exercise more. 4 words. There you go. The end. You're done. I'm sorry. It's like, people are gaslighting me because they're saying, like, I'm doing things wrong. When I claim to them I eat 600 calories a day and I'm still putting on weight. And they're acting like I'm not doing it right. It's like, because maybe you aren't.
The right answer is my weight loss clinic. So I need to just keep listening to them.
No, it's not.
And,
no, it's not, because you said you were following their instructions last time, and it was like 800 calories per day. You said you were following their instructions last time, and it was 800 calories per day. And now their new instructions for you are 2,500 calories per day. Why would they tell you to, like, increase? If you're able to do 800 calories per day, why would your weight loss clinic tell you to increase it to 2,500 calories per day? What are you actually talking about?
Believe in them, because I know what they're telling me is the right thing, and I have to ignore the fear, ignore what I used to think about weight loss, and all that, and just do what they tell me to do. So there is an app that my dietitian wants me to use to like calculate all of this.
You already been used. How many apps have you fucking used? Oh my god, I'm having flashbacks to just, like, I think it was just a month ago, maybe even less than a month ago. I'm having serious flashbacks of that. Remember, guys, this video is after her Shrimpgate video where she talked about how she doesn't want to talk about weight loss stuff anymore.
It's an app that she says that a lot of weight loss patients use, or weight loss surgery patients, especially after surgery. So she wants me to use it now beforehand. So I'm going to do that, set my goals in there. I just really wanted to give that update because, you know, it was important to me that you guys know majority of this journey and the things that I need to do. It holds me accountable.
Yeah, sure. Do you know why she's giving this update? It is really simple, because she wants to be able to eat more on camera, and she's already been getting criticized for the amount she is currently eating on camera, where she, like, entirely misjudges her portion sizes and everything like that, misjudges serving sizes. It goes like, it's 100 grams of this, and then she just tips it in, and it's just like, bro, you have no idea if that's 100 grams. You just put it in there. You didn't even measure it. So, and that was her pretending to be eating 800 calories per day. Now she just wants an excuse so people can't criticize her as much. So it's like, oh yeah, they told me now suddenly to increase it to 2,500 calories per day. It's like, that's why you're giving this update. Not because you're being more vulnerable and open and transparent, guys. It's because you don't like getting criticism, so you're trying to use this as a stopgap. There you
go. There are other people out there who want to also get weight loss surgery. And I just feel like there's too much of the wrong thing out there. Not enough of, like, this is the real journey.
Oh my god, she said that with no irony. There's too many liars out there trying to say stuff like eat less calories and lose more weight. What are they talking about? I am experiencing the real journey. The journey that has changed 17 times in the last 2 months, guys. Like, oh my god. Imagine the fucking audacity, the smugness, the amount of fucking sheer cope. Bro, what the fuck? You're trying to be a beacon of light for weight loss people? Fuck off.
The real journey of someone who's trying to get it.
Sure, the real journey.
I ain't going to Mexico. This is just...
Do real people not go to Mexico? Like, do you not consider people who go to Mexico to get weight loss surgery real people? Like, what? Like, the weight loss program thing, okay, I kind of get that, because obviously they try and make it more exciting. But, like, I'm pretty sure real people do go to Mexico. Like, last time you were talking about this, you were trying to be like, guys, do you know what? I understand, because it is so much cheaper, and some people have to do that, and I understand entirely. And I was like, real people don't go to Mexico to get weight loss surgery?
Long, real journey, and it's not as crazy restrictive right now. Okay, guys, my desk is currently going down.
It's not as crazy restrictive right now. It was 800 calories a month ago. That's, you know what, for most people, that's pretty crazy restrictive.
So if that's what you hear, that's what you hear. Let's do a P.O. box.
Why would you start the video with that? Guys, just having to explain this noise in the background and why the camera's slowly sinking. It's because my camera, just so you know, it's because my camera's on my desk and my desk is going down. Okay, guys, I'm just letting you know that, okay? Just wanted to let you know that that's the reason why this is happening. Like, why couldn't you wait 10 seconds and then just start the fucking video?
Moment. P.O. box time.
Uh-huh.
Okay, so the first thing...
Yeah, like this point, see this, maybe this is where you should be starting the video. I've grown to really hate the P.O. box things, so I don't believe half of them are even sent by real people. Too many of them are just things sent from Amazon. A lot of them without notes. Like, I don't know, surely people like sending her stuff, if they're big fans of her, would want to send a note or a written letter or something like that. But they just send her stuff, something from Amazon with no note attached, and it's just like... Those are usually the insulting ones, like the dildo was, the pads that she claimed were menstrual pads, but apparently were incontinence pads. Those all came from Amazon with no notes, like direct to her with no notes, which to me just suggests that it was just her who bought them.
The final thing we are going to do is we're going to, I don't understand what that was.
I don't understand either. I'm definitely cutting out the P.O. box thing. She got 2 things from Amazon. One of them apparently had a letter. And it was a tree made of rose quartz, and it was kind of lame. The next thing was also from Amazon, had no letter, and was a bullet journal. And it's like, oh my god, guys, thank you so much. Oh my god, I love when people send me things like bullet journals because they're so amazing. I love bullet journals so much, guys, and it means so much to me when you send me bullet journals because they mean so much to me. And it's like, oh, Amber, you can just be honest and tell us that you want to start doing a bullet journal again, and you've dumped your last one, and you just bought this for yourself. Like, this is silly.
I'm about to be interviewed by you.
Oh God. Oh, I'm sorry. There's nothing triggers me more than her little being interviewed by you, and it pop up. You know, because she's trying to make it like a catchphrase or something like that. Okay. I genuinely think these are better than like the comment of the day. I think maybe I don't know. I don't know how I feel about them anymore.
So I have you guys send me 30-second voice memos. Obviously, if you want to, on Instagram.
If you want to, I'm not forcing you.
Listen to them out loud, and it feels like I'm being interviewed by you guys. I think it's a pretty cool concept, and I've been enjoying it. So I hope that you guys have been as well.
Hey Amber, I've been with you for a long time. I've been watching your videos for a very long time, like years. I have always stood up for you.
Oh, you're so lame. I've always stood up for you. Standing up for people online is just lame and kind of cringe. People are criticizing her. I gotta defend my queen. People said they don't like her and they think she's not doing very well in her weight loss journey. I will stand up for her. That's kind of cringe. I'm sorry. It's kind of cringe. Feel free to do it. Like, it's a free country. But I always find it kind of cringe. Like, she's a grown ass woman. She doesn't need people to stand up for her. It's always what I've said. Anytime like people like have come and like try to shit on me for like on my main channel for criticizing like Boogie, I always just say, guys, I don't need to stand up for me. I'm more than capable of doing it myself. But I'm sorry, also, can we get to the fucking question? You're like the other person who's just like soapboxing about like how much you like Amber and how Amber's so cool, and also saying I'm like you. It's like, what do you mean by that? Do you mean like super fat, or do you mean like a terrible person? Like, which, it's one of the two options here. And based on the fact that you're defending Amber online and like trying to stand up to people for Amber, well, it probably implies that you're probably a bad person.
I'm like rooting for you, love you, you're a queen.
Do you want to ask a question?
Different, but I just love.
Did not this idiot start this fucking comment off by saying, I'm just like you, and then was like, but we can't be any more different? It's like, what the fuck are you talking about, you fucking idiot?
Your videos, people who say you're not entertaining, I have a message for y'all. Why are you watching her videos? She's hella entertaining.
Oh,
okay, love you. My 30 seconds is almost up.
Yeah, this is it's called Interviewed by You. Like, do you want to ask a fucking question? And you can stand up for you in your video section. Okay, Amber, you can just admit you picked this one out because someone's defending you and patting you on the ass. Kind of cringe that you did it, but okay. That was lame. That was so
Thank
lame.
you so much, and I love that like you're so supportive, even though we are so different. I feel like opposites attract for sure. Even in friendship ways and Like, especially, like, when it comes to, like, watching someone on YouTube.
I thought she is just going on a fucking tangent here. The person said that she was like you and then not like you in exactly the same fucking run-on-ass sentence. And it's like, I'm glad. It's so, like, opposites attract, and we're so different. We're one true friendship of love and honesty. It's like, bro, what the fuck are you getting all this from? It sounded like a psycho. Calm down.
I love watching people who are, like, nothing like me. So I totally get it. And thank you for calling me entertaining, because people have been so mean lately. And I know my content is, like, drastically different than it used to be.
Boring as fuck, yeah.
Obviously. And I'm going to talk a little bit more about that in a future video, but I'm just going to leave it with
her standard clickbait. I'll talk about this at some point.
Thank you so much. Like, honestly, you made my day, so thank you.
Cringe.
Amberlynn, this is my question.
Also, I'm just going to say, it's the same thing I said when that last person were like, oh, Amber, you're so amazing and I love you so much, Amber. Just so you know, I like you. You're really cool. I like you, Amber. If I was the person receiving that message, I'd be like, okay, bit much. Like, I'm sorry. It's like, I'm glad you're so supportive of me. It's like, that's just kind of lame. It's kind of lame. I don't need people to pat me on the ass online. I just, like, it kind of shows you have nothing in your life if you need people to pat you on the ass and tell you how cool you are online.
For you, I'm a longtime viewer, and I was wondering
I literally
what you
don't
think
care.
you could do to mend the relationship with your audience. I'm a general supporter of you.
Good
I do
luck.
have some critiques, but I feel like you always focus on the negativity, and I know you say that you're allowed to respond to negativity, which you totally are, but I feel like your supporters are never addressed as much as your haters, and sometimes that makes me
Which
feel
is true,
like you're not
yeah.
connected with us, and like, why should we support you if you don't focus on us? Thanks, bye.
Which is incredibly true. She doesn't entirely focus on the negative. Like, I don't get why she doesn't just, like, not watch reaction channels and everything like that, but she can't help herself because she is a narcissist. She has a massive ego. That's obviously the reason for it. Way she has to repair herself with her audience, I don't think it's actually possible. I remember during the start when she announced the weight loss surgery stuff, like, she got a lot of support. More than likely a lot of that was from, like, the French people, but I'm sure it's from a lot of her normal viewers too, who were happy that she was going to, you know, actually change her life and do better. But then she, like, showed that she was lying about so much of it. She torpedoed it. She was acting a spoiled brat during it, and she totally ruined it again. Amber will never fix her relationship with her audience because she can't. The reason she has a bad relationship with her audience is the reason why she will always have a bad relationship with her audience. The only way she will stop is if she's no longer an egotistical narcissist who's incredibly smug. I don't think that's going to happen.
Wait, that genuinely made me so sad, because the emotions are coming.
Yeah, sure.
I don't ever want people to think that, like, I don't appreciate their support, because that's definitely not the case at all. I just noticed that.
I've noticed anytime she tries to make herself cry, she always looks to the left, and generally she looks upwards. So generally, anytime she's trying to make herself cry, she, like, really strains her eyes up and left. Which, if you do it, like, really hard, it can be a wee bit painful, which might generate a wee bit of wetness. But it's just something I've really noticed from her.
Over the years, the hate gets louder. The harassment gets more extreme.
The harassment.
And with someone who already, like,
look, I'm just gonna be very blunt. You're not being harassed if you post something on a public platform and people respond to it. That is not harassment, okay? People making reaction videos to you, that is not harassment. Harassment would be like, I don't know, if I kept showing up at your house, like imagine you're my ex-girlfriend and I kept showing up at your house or something like that. That's harassment. You know, that is blatantly harassment. You say, don't come to my house ever again, I don't want to talk to you, and I keep doing it, that's harassment. That's very clear-cut harassment. But, like, if I'm in my house going like, you know, fuck, my ex-girlfriend was a bitch, oh god, I just can't, and then she suddenly leans in my window, is like, hey, stop talking about me, you're harassing me. It's like, this is not harassment. This is not harassment. You're posting it on, you're posting your videos publicly. People can criticize you and comment negatively on them because you're posting them in a public place. If I'm standing in public going out loud, oh, my girlfriend is a bitch, I dislike her, and then she's in the crowd and she's like, hey, wait, what are you doing? Like, it's still not harassment because she's walking around. I'm allowed to talk about it in public. It sucks that she heard it. It's not like I'm chasing her down the street screaming at her, you know? I'm sorry, just a lot of people really do misunderstand what harassment is. Talking about you, making a video on you is not harassment.
Truly dislikes themselves and has a lot of mental health problems and trauma
Christ.
and things that they need to work on. It is...
Yeah, you do. You do need to work on it. So I don't know, maybe work on it. Maybe don't claim you've been in therapy for 25 years and can't take mean comments online because hashtag mementals. Maybe that.
A lot easier for the hate and the harassment and, like, the stalking and the bullying to affect them.
The bullying? What bullying? You're the largest person who talks about you. I'm sorry. It's like I always joke because I was joking around with someone recently about it because like I said on my main channel, I talk about a guy called Boogie298. I talk about other things too, but I mainly talk about him. And he has over 4 million subscribers. And I was first accused of bullying him when I had, I think, less than 200 subscribers, and people were saying you're bullying him, and it's like, bro, sorry, what? Bro, I'm sorry, what? Don't I have like, I don't know, like 1/5000th hit percent like of what he has? Like, I'm sorry, like, what are you fuck are you talking about?
More, and I feel like I have to stand up for myself because so many people think that I am lying about this or that, or
and you always prove that you are.
And people are just believing the lies, and they're believing the rumors, and they're believing all these things about me that aren't true. And I do feel an obligation to defend my name because for so long,
defend my name, the good name of Amberlynn Reid. But every time you try and like quote unquote defend yourself, you like make yourself look worse. Like you're addressing Shrimpgate. It was a nightmare for you. A terrible look for you. Oh, you lost so much support. It was so negatively received. Everyone made fun of it. It was a terrible look for you. This is your big gotcha. 4 years in the making as a big gotcha moment. And you fucked it up. You fucked it up massively. Maybe stop standing up for yourself if you're so bad at it that you make it so much more obvious that you were lying to start with.
People thought I was someone that I'm not, and it's just like continuing. And the only reason is because I never stood up for myself. And it's like standing up for myself does make it seem like I'm ignoring the supporters, and I'm trying so hard not to. And that is why I'm trying to find different ways of communicating with you guys and all of this stuff. And that is one of the biggest reasons why I do segments like question of the day, or segments with the voice memos, being interviewed.
Like, okay, well, your PO. Okay, well, I'm gonna go through your new things. PO box. Your PO box has been like probably an equal amount of like stuff bought by you for yourself, which is pretty. I'm sorry, it's pretty obvious. Maybe some fan stuff, a couple things, I guess. Very clear ads that you are not disclosing as being adverts, and troll stuff. Like the comments of the day, they're about 50-50, like troll stuff and positive stuff, or just like really inane shite. And the memo stuff. It's like, strangely, there hasn't been any troll stuff in it whatsoever, even though you're claiming, I never have listened to any of these guys. It's like, yeah, okay, sure, 100%. Like, let's not pretend. Let's not pretend. Because every single one of them that you have picked out, every single one has been positive so far. Including several that are not even questions. They're people just gushing about how amazing you are. Don't lie to me and say that those are just random picks.
By you is I want to build a connection. That is why I love you guys sending me letters and messaging me on Instagram and all of this stuff. Like, I'm trying to build a connection with my audience and the people who do support me. And it is hard when there's so many people fighting against you. And I'm trying to find. Sorry,
she's so cringe.
I'm trying to find.
Oh, she's trying so hard to cry, but she hasn't been able to get there yet. It is so lame. I'm sorry. It's just really lame. Maybe don't have your DMs open if you're gonna like say people are mean to you and like send mean DMs to you and stuff like that. Even if it's for your few supporters to get in contact, maybe just don't. And all you really have to do is like just be thankful to your supporters, like, and just talk about your supporters more in your videos. That's really all you like need to do. Is like just talk about your supporters in your videos as opposed to like negative people in it. That's it.
Balance. Sorry, I was fixing my bra. I'm trying really hard, and it's just people weren't, made to be critiqued by thousands, and I understand that this is like a choice that I made.
Yes, it is a choice you made. Also, like, I'm sorry, if you put out something and like 90% of people say, we don't like that, or you're a bad person, then just like the democracy, I guess, majority rules kind of thing. Like, I'm sorry that you don't want to admit that you're not a good person, but if the vast majority who have seen you for years do not think you're a good person and criticize what you are saying and doing, then you probably aren't a good person. Like, I'm sorry, that's just like cold logic. Being
a YouTuber, but it's hard. It's very hard. And it's like,
it's not.
you only
It's
understand
not.
unless you've been in that situation. And
Well, I don't know what I actually. I'm a YouTuber. Well, considerably smaller than Amber, but I've had some pretty big videos. Pretty big for me. I'm saying pretty big for me. Like, you know, pretty big for me. And like, yeah, you get some wingnuts on it every once in a while. You get someone being a weirdo. Shrug. Yeah, it happens. I really don't care. It doesn't affect me. It doesn't bother me in any way. You get some weirdos. That's it. Boohoo. The end. I get people in the comment section, even in these videos, which are generally pretty positive, like sometimes just losing their mind. And I've responded to like, I think one of them, and I think that's it, because I'm just trying to, okay, I don't care. Look, why would I engage people like that? If someone is like okay, like for me in particular, I've had people like claim ridiculous shit about me before, and I don't even like address it, because I look at it and go like, wow, if that person is saying that stuff or taking what I like, something like that from what I said, which is so clearly not like that, then they're not arguing good faith, or they're just dumb. And why would you talk to someone who's dumb? Like, that's kind of the mindset Amber should have, that if she thinks she is Jesus Christ Almighty, the best person ever, and people are saying, you're a bad person for these reasons, and she thinks the reasons are horrifyingly stupid, why is she trying to address them? You'd be like, that, look, you're either really dumb or in bad faith, so whatever, I'm not even going to waste my time on you. That's how she should be looking at it, but she can't, because she's a narcissist.
it's just hard for thousands of people to be so against me and so rude. And
so rude?
I don't know.
Are you an adult? I'm sorry, rudeness really shouldn't like affect you. Like, if you're like an adult, especially online. Like, I get in public, if someone's like, go fuck yourself, you fat bitch, to her in public, that's a wee bit different, you know, because it's right there, reactionary, on the moment kind of thing. I get that. But if it's like online, like, it's like, someone called me a fat whale, and they thought the chair squeaked under me, it's like, okay, so? Are you not an adult? Did you not grow up like hearing comments like that? Like, did you not learn to cope with them, or just like not care about them? Like, that, I'm sorry, if you're like 32, 33 years old like Amber is, and you can't deal with negative comments, then you're kind of a pathetic adult.
I'm trying to do my best, but just know that more than anything, I appreciate my supporters and the people who like.
God, she's trying so hard, she can't get a single tear.
They're able to see my heart.
Okay, sure.
One of the biggest reasons why I stay around. Okay, if I kept talking.
Sure, 100%. You haven't even been able to get a single fucking tear out. You tried so hard there, and you haven't been able to get a fucking single tear out.
I was about to bawl my eyes out.
Sure.
One more.
Queen, I love you so much. I've been watching you since 2018, probably.
Wow, another positive one. Wow, that's so suspicious.
And I've honestly seen a lot of growth from you. So I just want to ask, how do you feel about it? And where do you see yourself in 10 years now that you've seen all of the progress that you have made over these years?
I'm emotional.
Okay, I've seen so much growth from you. You know what? I haven't seen any growth from her whatsoever. She is still just as smug, just as condescending. She is in exactly the same position. Well, if we're being honest, she's in a worse position, because she's like housebound. She hasn't left the house in however long. You know, her girlfriend won't even appear on camera with her. That kind of, like, I think she's in a much worse position than she ever has been. I'm sorry, like, the question of the day and stuff like that should be like interesting questions. You know, it's the type of thing when you're doing like a live stream and you try and answer like interesting questions, or hope to get like fun questions that really let you talk about something interesting. Like, the comments, like, she's done 3 of these, and it's like, you're such an amazing person. Why are you such an amazing person? You're such a good person. I like you so much. Oh, do you love your supporters? Do you love yourself because you've done so well? Because I think you've done so well. It's like, okay. I'd rather have, what's your favorite color again?
But where do I see myself in 10 years? I want to be the healthiest and happiest I've ever been. I hope to have a home. I hope to be married, happily, healthily married. And I really, really hope that I've adopted.
Whoa, no.
God, why am I so emotional? Like, what is happening?
I know you're so emotional and you haven't been able to get any tears out. I'm not going to show the bit about her growth because she doesn't. I was hoping she would actually say what her growth was. Like, I believe I've grown in this way, but she's like, I've grown like so much, guys, especially my private life, which obviously you guys don't see, but I've grown so much. I've just grown, and there's so much that's grown in me, and I've grown, but I need to grow more for growing, guys. And it's like, is that it? That is the most vacuous shit you've ever said. But why would you want to adopt? I'm sorry, you're like an egotistical narcissist. You can barely fucking move. Why would you want to have a child? I'm sorry, you would be a terrible fucking parent. A terrible parent. I'm sorry, it's just as blunt as possible. Like, get married, yeah, sure, if you want, whatever, cool. But like, adopting a kid is like a really, really difficult thing because you're looking after another life. You can't even look after yourself. Like, your future thing of you hoping you've like actually being able to adopt someone. Adopting should be the last thing in your mind right now. Fixing yourself and becoming like an actually good person, not a better person, like an actually good person. That should be your first goal. Health and all, yeah. I'm sorry, to put it bluntly, in 10 years, someone like you should be saying, I hope I'm still fucking alive. That should be your goal. That you want to still be alive in 10 years. That should be the goal. Not, oh, I hope I've been married and I adopted a kid. It's like, oh God, please. Why aren't you focusing on the important stuff?
Okay, wow. I've always dreamt of being a mom, and
see, like I said about the eyes going up left. Of course, you've always dreamt of being a mom. Like, I'm sorry, narcissists love to be like mothers because, like, or for fathers obviously as well, because they like to have total control over something. They like to be able to try and shape like a child, like another human, into what they want them to be. That's a narcissist's control thing. It's a very standard thing.
I got that stolen from me when I got cancer, so that was hard. And
I feel bad saying, but I think it's a bad thing to describe it as that was stolen from me, because it implies that was someone like stolen. It feels like it's an outside force. I know she blames cancer, but like, isn't the cancer directly due to like the amount of estrogen in her body because of the amount of fat in her body, which it's very common, as we even see with Foodie Beauty, for very large women to get hormonal issues in particular, and generally cancer in their ovaries or their womb, and then they have to get a total hysterectomy. Like, I feel saying it's like if I smoked 70 packs a day, and then my lungs fell out my ass, and I was lying there on a ventilator and go like, oh, my life has been stolen by cancer. It's like, bro, I think I kind of caused it to myself.
It's like, there's so many criteria you have to make to adopt, which I understand, but I also don't at the same time, because like I feel like it's too strict to adopt.
Oh my God. I think it's like, I understand why it's strict. However, also I don't. That is the exact same words you used for the weight loss surgery. It is exactly the same. It's too strict to adopt. Yeah, Amber, you should just be able to rock up and be like, yo, 6 kids, please. And then just throw 100 pounds at the person and just ride off into the night with your 6 children. Adopting should be incredibly strict.
But too lenient to foster. And there's like a lot of foster homes out there that are not good. They're abusive in every sort of way you can think of. Been there, done that. I was in foster care from 8 to 18.
Sure.
So I know how that goes. Obviously right now I would not adopt because of my weight. I would not.
Just because of your weight? You can't even look after yourself. This is why you know she's a narcissist and why she shouldn't have a kid. If she looks at herself right now, her entire life, everything about her, and the only thing stopping her from adopting is, yeah, I'm a bit heavy right now. You're not ready to adopt. That is the only thing that you can think of that would stop you from being able to adopt.
Able to peacefully take care of a child. And I know that. And that's one of the biggest reasons why I want weight loss surgery, is because.
So suddenly her weight loss surgery is so she can like get a kid. I don't know. It's just, it's a weird, creepy look, because wasn't it like a minute ago that she wanted weight loss surgery just to save her life, because this was it, do or die. And I say, one of the reasons I want weight loss surgery is so I can adopt a child, so I can make a little version of me. It's like, ugh.
Of my future. I want that life where I'm a mom because I really, really want to, like, give a child what I didn't have, but I know that I have so much love to give, and I know
you really don't. You don't come across like as a loving person. Even like your relationship, loads of people pointed this out repeatedly. Her relationship seems so forced and so awkward and not like a loving actual relationship between two people. And I 100% agree with that. She doesn't come across like she's in a loving relationship. She comes across like she's in a pantomime.
that I would be a good mom. Like, I might not be good to myself, but I would be good to my child. I would take care of them and I would love them.
Why would you believe that? Like, why would you believe that? Like, I'm sorry. There's too many people think like having a child, like even like relationships where it's like you and your girlfriend are having issues, you and your wife are having issues. You're like, let's have a child, like as if that will somehow fix the issues. Like people seem to have this weird thing in their head that like the maternal or paternal instinct will just click and you are suddenly like a great person and you will like throw yourself in front of a car to save your child. And it's like, no, I'm sorry, for a lot of people that's just not how it works, especially if you're already a bad person, you can't look after yourself. She barely seemed to look after her like cats or her dog. Like, I'm sorry, like how the fuck does she think she'd be able to look after a fucking kid?
Okay, I'm just gonna end this video with a big fat thank you to anyone who actually watched through this whole video and sat and listened to me speak.
I guess that includes me. Yeah, she said how she's going through a moment and then said yikes on bikes again, and then she said she got that from Alex's Shook, which is weird because she claimed that she doesn't watch reaction channels, but I guess she's been watching Alex's Shook. Okay.
And a big fat thank you to my supporters and people who are kind.
I love it. Like I said, all she needs to do is be more thankful to her supporters. But there's nothing funnier than someone being like, "Why aren't you nicer to your supporters?" And she ends the video being like, "Guys, I love my supporters." So
here
good.
with a good heart, and I just appreciate you guys so much, and I want more of that energy surrounding my channel because that is what life is about. Life is about love.
I want more people praising me, guys. God, how do you say that and don't realize that you sound like a bad person? Like, it's like in your argument about why people are able to see through the light and see that you're such a good person, and then you finish it by being, I need more praise. I need more people praising me and being like entirely supportive of me no matter what I do. I need that. I need more of that. Get more of that. It's like, how do you not see that makes you look like a bad person?
And peace and happiness, and spread that instead of spreading, the opposite.
Bitch, maybe you should be stopping spreading cheese spread on your fucking sandwiches. Sorry, I was just so bored. I just need to finish that. I'm done with this thing. Yeah, it was just fucking this whole end bit. The ever since she did the Ask Supporters thing, the interviewed by you guys. Ever since she did that, the video has gone massively downhill. It was only okay before that, but ever since she did that, because it's very clear now that she is just picking people who are going to pat her on their ass and tell her that she's such an amazing person. Every single one, it's been like 12 out of 12 so far, have all been that. So yeah, it's kind of boring, but the rest of it was fun enough. But I want to thank my Patreons. Eswine, Haley, Blake D. I'm just saying absolutely massive things. So donating, subscribing, everything like that, guys. Do hope you have a good time. Take care of yourselves now. Bye-bye.